Joined by case manager Alan Dowson after this evening's 2-1 home defeat against Enfield Town. Alan, realistically, is that the end of our playoff challenge this season?
Yeah, it is. I'm devastated about tonight, to be honest. I thought I said it before kick-off, just relax and play and enjoy the ball, and we never kept it at all. And a desire to stop teams scoring was unbelievable. I just said, let's have one last throw at dice. If there are disappointments this year, I've had a lot of disappointments, but let's ask the players for one last throw at dice. And for me to put a side out like that tonight, I'm devastated about that. I'm absolutely in bits about it. I can't, honestly, in the past year, I rant and rave, and I try to wear my heart on my sleeve and do interviews like this straight afterwards, and it's hard. But I'm out all the years and all the teams, tonight's been because I thought at the start of the season we had a side who compete, but I realised that's a side when the weather's nice and the pitches are nice, attacking wise. But I've learned when it gets nitty gritty and the cool weather comes in and it's hard on the pitches, I realise that's been the biggest downfall. People have been trying to put a finger on it, but that's the biggest downfall. I can blame unluckiness, the White Hawks and things like that what went on there. But the bottom line is the desire of players when it's tougher and things like that, and the mental side of it, it's unbelievable. So I'm disappointed massively in myself, and putting a side out like that tonight and performing like that, it's not right.
Is it the manner of the defeat that's most disappointing? Yeah. Monday we lost, Monday by the goal, but the spirit amongst the team was so much better just 2 days ago.
Definitely. No, without a doubt, it was the manner we lost, yeah, exactly, where the centre forward scores again, all us do against us. Got another one, to be honest, you know. We set up a corner, and as soon as we have somebody in the near post, he comes on that, and the lad wins a flick and Tops makes a mistake and whatever. But a desire of players to win a football match, could see it because I had a game on Wednesday and all that, you know, and stuff like that. I've had a game on Monday. If you play for Kingstonian Football Club, you should have a desire, and that's the biggest thing I'll learn for next season, to get lads in and not make the same mistakes. I cannot next year, because I look and I thought I'd go exciting and everybody would be great and we'd run it, but we realise after when something goes wrong, we've just fooled it, and I haven't got a leader in the camp. My fault. And the side, I'm just gutted because I honestly thought the side would take one, and I found out why we get released by clubs that do. You find out why we get released, but at the end of the day it's my fault, because I honestly believed hand on heart that this side was good enough all round. And people do, because what we've done early on in the season. If you look at the last couple of months, it's been awful, and when it going gets tough, not many people get going. And if I look for Weird Small for 10 minutes tonight, and maybe somebody having a go, I thought every man Jack was awful in their position. That's what I thought. But as a manager, I've got to take the blame on that, you know.
What have you said to the players in there this evening after that game?
There's not much to say, just to tell the truth, like, you know, where you should have a desire, like in training, to be the best trainer you possibly can. And you should have a desire is to be, you know, to come tonight and give everything, but they haven't in the last couple of weeks, you know. You can't cheat the system. Like last night, I could have stayed in the house and watched the England game and stuff like that, but you don't. You go out the house to watch matches and stuff like that because you feel so. You got to look yourself in the mirror, and I've got to crack on, help out with Merson nights and help out with Martin Taylor's night with Alan Smith, because I feel so that's what you should do. Work as hard as you possibly can, and you know, meet different people and try to get them involved in the football club. That's what I try to do. But when I see that tonight, it's devastated us, because if I have a bad day or people make mistakes, and accept that when we've been beaten, you think, I can come on here and say, well, that's rubbish and that's crap and all of them should be sacked and that. But when I see a team that doesn't want to work for each other and have a desire and just let a game pass them by with 10 games to go, then it's heartbreaking. I'm absolutely choked up about the whole thing, I really am. And I've got to apologise to supporters, I've got to apologise to me chairman and directors, to be honest, and everybody, because I've put the team out there. I'm absolutely choked up a bit about the performance and devastated about the whole thing. I really am, and more than I've ever been, because I just felt as though that we could have a go and try and run around and enjoy the game and enjoy being at Kingstonian Football Club, getting looked after by Chris and Angie in the boardroom and getting his name sung and all that, you know. And I'll take any criticism going till the end of the year. And it is the end of the promotion push now. I will have to get the best pre-season friendlies together. I will have to have the best side together, and I'm absolutely gutted, and I feel so I've let everybody down. That's the honest truth. And it doesn't matter what to shout or what to write on these city forums about me and my job, everything will be justified. And I've got to, you know, go being a young manager I am and winning 2 promotions at 2 different clubs. I've got to try to boost myself up a little bit and get myself back on track, because I've had a last season when I wasn't very well, obviously my kidney stones. This season I haven't got an excuse. I honestly thought I had to say what to it, and I was wrong. So I put my hands up and say I'm wrong. So I've had maybe 2 bad years now. You can't really have a third one, so I've got to make sure I do my job spot on and get the best players I can, the best budget I can, best sponsors I can, get the best pre-seasons we can. And that's what I've got to go and do tonight, after from tonight, and that's what I'll do because I could walk away. Like I had a chance to go into Conference South club in the summer, and I turned it down because I wanted to stay here and get one in the Conference South ourselves. It is technically our bollocks it and walk away from it and have a different. But I think that'll be bad for Kingston, to be honest. Kingston, I think it'll be bad for me. But God, have I got to get my act together and get something what the club will be proud of again, and get kids involved in the club again on in the televisions and get people right again. I've got a hell of a job to do, but that's what I'll do. I'll do anything I can to turn this whole thing around because I feel so tonight has just been. I cannot blame any luck or anything going against you. I feel so I've let the whole club down. I don't want any sympathy shout at all. And please, if I want to write things and forms and sackers and all that, do it because I'm not fed up about the lack of desire showing tonight. It's destroyed us. That's honestly the truth is tonight. I've got to wake up. I'll not sleep tonight, but I've got to wake up tomorrow and get the club back to where it should be again. And that might take a while because I'll let to play some of the kids and where to go and have a look at a couple of people. And you know, and that's what we'll have to do. And but I'll have to get a sight. I watched the game last night looking for next season players, whatever league, and I'll have to do that now. And I might miss a couple of games by looking at players. I might have to get every contact I can in the book and get a side and build from the back instead of trying to build from the front. I'll have to build from the back and get it spot on because the goals we concede and the desire in midfield to track runners, keep the ball. I'm absolutely honestly saying I don't mind any criticism come my way tonight. And if it's all over form, Dowson should be out. I don't blame them thinking like that, to be honest. After I always think it's harsh because I always think I've done a good job here and still do. But I don't deserve anything tonight. I can't go back and say I don't deserve nothing. I even hurt me Mrs. Hammers tonight because I don't deserve a thing. That's the truth.
Well, it's not been a great result tonight, not the way the season turned out, but as you said, you've done a good job since you've been here. Did you see the last 10 games of this season as a rebuilding process towards next season?
I've got to admit,
some of the kids to go. And
I do, yeah, I do. And some we may have a couple of hard, and I've got 3 or 4 days to do it. And if we, I might offer some of our lads less to play and see if they do want to be at a club. Because the biggest thing is, I said in a time like this, I says, listen, I want to stick my chest out and not manage anywhere else and have a dream of taking this club in the Conference South. And I don't think anybody else can do my job. What I do for a football club, that's me. I'm not being clever. That's what I think and all that, you know. And I think we've got foundations to build it on. Now, I said to players tonight before kick-off or last week and all that even if the season goes a bit there, prove you want to be here. Prove a point to support us, the chairmen, the directors, to myself, Hamzy and Mark, that you want to be here. So when you say something like that tonight, I can't rant and rave as such. I can only say what I honestly feel now. I feel so. I've let the people down. Like no, you do. What you say? Sometimes you can't think. You think, hold on a minute. Do you realise what I did for this club? I'm up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't get paid a full-time wage. I'm up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking the club at last night, 12 o'clock at night. You know, I'm sitting in my house and all that. You know, I didn't see my wife much. I didn't see my kids much because I want to put everything I can into gears. And you know, we've had a promotion. We've got the playoff fine. We're finishing the top 6, and we've always been like the top 10 side. In the last 2 years, we've maybe still it. So I've got to bounce back myself. Being one of the younger managers, I will do. But the thing is, like, when I see something like that tonight, again, I'm thinking, hold on a minute, I don't mind any critics. So I have got to turn this whole thing around the best I possibly can. I don't think any other manager could do it. And what I do for the club, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I believe I'm best man to take it forward. I really do. That's honest truth, and I wouldn't do it otherwise. And that's why I don't want to do any other job. I want to just try to get nailed by everybody. Shout at me by all means, do what you want of me, but I'll get the best pre-season friendlies the club's had again. I'll get the best players within my budget, and you know, I'll go for the biggest budget I can to get them. If we've got to save money now to the end of the season, I'll go around knocking on every door going to get the best sponsors, including yourself at Bankhead Records, and see if we can give them more money and all that, you know, and stuff like that. Probably got no chance I will, but no, I will. I'll be doing that from now on in all summer, and that's what I'll be doing to try to get a team, but at least to be proud of. I've made mistakes, obviously, because I believe that was good enough to go out there. And when you see a team who's out there and they sure desire like that, but don't blame the players, blame me, because I was the one who believed that was good enough. And if I've come out of that dressing room never there saying, well, it's a gaffer or it's a coach and stuff, it is because I signed them players believing, and all I said to them tonight was go out there and enjoy the ball, and if you make mistakes, don't worry, and enjoy each other's company and have a right go, and if it doesn't work out, just prove your point you want to be next year. and I look at that, and I don't blame people shouting, sorting out Dowson, crap, and sack him and all that, you know. I've got a hell of a job, but I've always done things that way, I've always done things the hard way, and I'll do it again. But I am absolutely devastated about it.
Cheers, well, unlucky season. I'm sure you turn it around.
I will do. Okay, thanks very much, Jake. Yeah.
Cheers, thanks, Dowson.